Hey, what's up, everybody? It's D's Word. Got another reaction. All right, we're gonna check this out. Okay, we have the fattest kids we have ever had. All right, this is a big thing about this, man. I be asking some other kids. This is one thing. There was before COVID. There's a lot of kids that they was doing some things, as working out or walking. But I know when COVID happened for like a whole year, I seen other kids, they got older and everything from a year, and they gained a lot of weight, man, like 20, 30 pounds, and like fat because they were just probably playing video games the whole damn time. And I'm like, damn, I don't understand that. See, when I was a little kid, I used to hate staying at the house all the time. I always want to walk out. I want to walk. I want to go hang out with my friends. I want to do all the stuff like that. Be a kid, get dirty, do something. But man, a lot of kids don't do that no more, man. And that is crazy. It's like, how do you even know about this kind of things like that? Man, but hey, even though when I was younger though, like my sister, she's 5 years younger than me. One of my sister. Yeah, when I was younger, I'm like something like 10, 11. My sister, she's like 5'6", and we used to try to like we're trying to to freaking catch bugs and stuff, man. That's stuff what kids do. I mean, I used to catch spiders and stuff, black widows and all that, and then I used to put them to another ones and make them fight each other. But people don't do that stuff no more, man. And that's crazy. So let's see what they're talking about this, all right? Oh, it's one thing about, like I'm saying, kids don't really do that no more. They stay at the house all the time, man. And that's ridiculous. But all right, y'all ready? Let's go.
Problem. The Sun. Young men's social isolation and retreat from society are linked to changing norms and discomfort with redefined masculinity. However, studies indicate that plummeting testosterone levels in young men, possibly influenced by excessive porn consumption, may also contribute to their desire to separate from society. Testosterone levels play a crucial role beyond sexual desire, impacting body and facial hair, muscle mass, bone density, fertility, mood, and social anxiety. Excessive consumption of pornography is associated with low reproductive hormone levels in men, which can contribute in reduced testosterone levels and potential social isolation. Natural way to boost testosterone level include improving sleep quality, getting sunlight exposure, and taking vitamin D supplements, consuming omega-3 fish fatty acids, and engaging in strength training exercises. Last night, I had a great time with these guys at Fresh and Fit with Myron. You guys are freaking amazing at what you do. Myron, what do you think about this story? Masturbation, porn, testosterone level. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, it's a combination of things. And I was actually just writing some notes as you were speaking about it. I would say there's a couple of things that are contributing to this. One is women are more successful now than ever before. So a lot of guys feel like they can't compete or they can't measure up. You got, an influx of pornography that's huge. You can get it for free anywhere, anytime on your phone at the, drop of a hat. Video games, right, become more and more immersive, more and more interactive. They've grown in popularity significantly. It's probably one of the most popular ways of entertainment nowadays. They're beating out movies and television. Then you got obesity, right? Being fat is fairly acceptable in the West nowadays. It's okay to be fat. You also have guys in general that are just lazy. Thanks to the technology and everything else that we have nowadays, people aren't as social. Guys don't feel the need to get out there and get to know women anymore. A lot of guys are socially awkward. This is through the rise of social media, dating apps, etc. There's a lot of guys that have issues, right, where they're good-looking guys and they're able to garner attention from women, but they don't know how to speak or convey themselves properly because they don't have the adequate social skills.
That is true. That is true. Oh, I want true. This is one thing about this, man. When I start coming out again, people don't know how to have conversation to a girl, and that's crazy, man. And it's not even that hard. It's like me. It's like the easiest thing right here. You just can't just don't be a freaking like a weird guy, or don't be an asshole and something like that. I mean, you can be confident, but you have to just see what it is like that. People don't know how to do it no more, man. The game has changed, man. That's why everybody, like, well, I'm not gonna say his name, but I got my cousin. He got no game at all. But the only thing he talks to him is right there on the internet and stuff. I'm like, dude. But we go to a place, you see them girls be like, dude, cuz all you have to do is just like compliment them. That's it. Or like we're at the bar right now with my cousin. I was like, look, he was looking at the girl right next to it with her friend. They're both drinking like a mixed drink. I forgot which one. I think it was like a margarita or something like that. And he's like, man, she look good. Some. She was right next to him. I'm like, cuz this is all you have to do. It's so easy. Just when she's drinking it, like I already know what drink it is. Just say, hey, what drink is that? It looks pretty good. And then she says some. Just be like, damn. And then just that's how you start the conversation. And if she say something back, boom, it's easy. And it happened just like that. It happened. He just said, that's all this whole thing I do though, D. I'm like, yeah, man, that's all I have to do. He did it. The girls are like, hey. He's like, hey, what are you drinking? She says some. And he was like, oh, okay, it look good. That's good. Boom, boom. They start talking, man, and shit. I was like, told you, man. It's not even you have to be a weird guy or say some crazy dumb shit. Just compliment or see some and just have a conversation. You have to like girls like to talk, man. So easy to have a conversation, man. But yeah, let's see what they're saying more.
Skills where they've been speaking to people for a good amount of time and learning, certain social cues, how to speak properly.
Hey, shout out to my cousin though. You see that though? It worked though, huh? So look, now he got the confidence when I think about it now.
And speaking from an active voice versus a passive voice when speaking to women, because women typically respond very favorably to the active voice versus the passive voice. So all these little things, right, might seem like small little insulated incidents, but if you add them all together, it snowballs and creates kind of what we have, like what they call it the lost bar generation. So in general, all of these things play into, and there's more too, but those are just some of the ones I could think off the top of my head.
Tom, from your very insightful, by the way. And if you are not familiar with Fresh and Fit, I'm sure our audiences, because we had my run on before, and these guys are about to do a live event this Friday from 6 to 10 p.m. at the 5990 Live building. If you want to find out more about the tickets, so we're going to put the link below, 5990live.com. This Friday, Adam, Fresh and Fit. Very weird dynamic with Tom. There's going to be a lot of ladies there. There's going to be a very different kind of messaging, but you're going to be entertained. And maybe if you brought Tom, that would change
Myron
the dynamics.
and Walt. I'm going to, Tom, no offense. I'm going to pick Walt and Myron.
Fresh and Fit. It's cool, man. I'm going to lie. It's very, you really, it's entertaining. I mean, are they right all the time? I don't think so, but they always have pretty good points. Sometimes, though, when they be all going crazy on the girls, making it look bad and stuff, I think it's hilarious to be. And there's a lot of girls that's very delusional, too, man. It's crazy.
Walt's going to be there because Walt doesn't love me. He's going to be there. What do you got? You know what he's doing? Like all those sounds going to come in there.
Newspaper
Versus
clippings.
today, what do you know from like your perspective on how bad porn can be for young boys?
Well, first of all, what Myron's talking about is
because you get it right there on your phone and everything. At the time, everybody used to do it right there the old school way. Just got the magazine, like, ooh. Just seen that one picture, like, okay, my magazine. Now you got it on your phone and everything. It's just right there, man. Like, you be right there. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Sure. A magazine, or you get right there, or something right there, man. People are like, what's a magazine? Like, damn. You know what a magazine is, man?
talking about social isolation, and we've become a socially isolated society. So I'm going to touch porn last, but I'm going to touch this
touch
first.
Everything,
Touch
Tom.
it, Tom, yeah.
Oh, brother, here we
Touch
go.
it, Tom.
I said the word. But what he brought up was video games and the internet itself makes us more isolationist for entertainment, and it's immersive and it's distracting, and hours of a session go by. That leads to us being very sedentary, which leads a sedentary life directly leads to obesity and health issues. And what they're pointing out, not getting outside for vitamin D and sunlight.
That's what I'm saying, man. Dude, that's crazy. Man, I told you, walk everywhere when I was younger. I used to hate being at the house. I used to eat. I mean, I'm gonna lie, I used to drink Kool-Aid the whole damn time too when I was younger. Hella Kool-Aid, But then I'm always out all the time, man. So yeah, people don't do that no more. Like when I'm like right there in my town, you don't see kids really walking. Oh, how it used to be. I know my town it's getting worse and worse. I mean, it's always been like that, but it's a little crazy. It's a little different now, man. But I think it's like all the people from the Bay that couldn't afford over there to move over here, and these all the ghetto people from that place from the Bay comes right there, and it gets all these like the new generation, this one, first one in this town, and the older ones, there's a lot of beef right there, stuff like that, and it's like, damn, man, that's why we get more ghetto more people. It's already like hood already, but it's getting more hood because people don't even, I don't know, man. But anyway, let's keep going.
Exposure, and there's a couple of great programs that were like the challenge, like 60-day programs, and part of that program is 60 minutes outside taking a walk around lunch, brisk walk, getting sunlight. So all of this is coming together, and what Myron just said is dead on. What's happening, on porn that's even worse is it objectifies women and it perfects women. It's like you're objectifying women by what you're looking at, and then you're only looking at.
Kind of, when I'm thinking about that, it's kind of like a Law and Order. It was like one of the first seasons or something. It was like, you see, like I think he was something around middle school. I guess this dude was like raped a couple girls and stuff, but I guess because he watched some pornos, like porn, and he was just like molesting and raping some other girls and stuff. I was like, damn, that thing crazy. When I just seen that episode not too long ago, I'm like, damn. So thinking about how it is now, man, it's even like internet, it's faster now, it's easier to get the kind of stuff. And plus, if you don't really do something like that, you don't know right and wrong. And if you're young, see, but I always had, I always have something that always taught me. But some parents don't talk about that kind of stuff, I mean, I just, yeah, so it's crazy.
Like people who are in amazing shape. And so that also creates this false fantasy and leaves men, not capable to engage in regular relationships. The other part I look at it, add all of this up, add everything that we up, and look at this. Hey, Pat, when you grew up, did you know the names of your neighbors across the street and on either side of you?
I did.
Yes, you did. Uh-huh. So did my mom. So did my dad.
Exactly. That's true. True. Hey, but this new place where I live, though, they're all cool right here because it's kind of like an older neighborhood. And these people, they walk everywhere. All right. They're like older and stuff. They're like a lot of people that's like 60 years old that's walking. And I take walks too, just exercise, do my legs and everything. I might do it after this, but when I do it, I seen the same older people and it's all cool. Like, hi, hey, what's up, son? We chop up for a second and keep doing it. It's all cool, man. And sometimes I'll go in the grocery store and like, oh yeah, remember seeing that? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I went over there to like lunch, this one place, and someone was like, oh yeah, I seen her all the time walking. And then I seen her when I was taking a walk again. She's like, oh yeah, see, touch you all the time. I'm like, yo, okay, do your thing. All the time, it's all good. But yeah, all these other ones kind of like the hood spot. People don't really do that. That's true, man. Because I used to know all my people when I used to live. Basically, most of the people in my old neighborhood. I don't think it's like that no more, man.
Today, I have.
It's because people don't have. I think if people aren't into a new block or a new street, some kids are hard to have a conversation to trying to do that. I remember the first time when my old neighborhood, I was like 9 years old, and I moved there, and I remember I used to seeing like over 5 to 8, people playing and stuff, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna play. So I'm just chilling right there. I'm just sitting right there in the front yard, and I'm just looking at them like, I'm like, damn, I wish I could play with them. And then they walk the other side. They seem like they're playing football. I'm like, oh, you want to play football? I'm like, yeah. And then after that, we're all best friends, seeing each other all the time in the neighborhood, the old neighborhood, man. That's how it is. But other people don't do that no more because people don't go out at all, man. That's crazy. That's why you're gonna see people in your neighborhood. You're gonna get your best friends that kind of way, man. Shoot, when I did karate too, man, I had so many people that was best friends, and not just karate. We used to hang out, go to my house, his house. His parents know me and everything. Dude, people don't do that no more, man. I mean, people do, but I'm talking about all around. People don't do those kind of things no more. And that's crazy. So
to proactively
this is a good.
go meet my neighbors. People usually
Yep.
don't know their neighbors, and it's
Yep.
because the American
And I knew like all my homies, their mom and dads too, and it was cool, man. Yeah, all of them.
society, all of
That's
this
why they all love me
porn
too,
and
man, 'cause I was
everything
like,
else
I was
has
a
made
smaller-
us
a smaller
more
time.
isolated people. If you ask someone, how many really close friends do you have? Do you know your neighbor across the street, what their situation is? Do you know your neighbors on the other side of you? Would you trust one of them to take care of your dog if you're out of town? We've also become, I'm interested in what Myron thinks about this, more isolated as a people and a culture, and it's negative.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We've seen the stats out there that men are just becoming weaker. I think testosterone levels have dropped 1% every year since
Betas.
the 1980s. So in the last 40 years or so, testosterone levels have dropped 40%. You've highlighted how men can't even do as much weightlifting they used to before. So, look, rather than highlight all the negatives, we can go down a litany of list of what's going on with men. What can you do to basically increase your testosterone? So you can do the natural stuff, get the fuck out of the house, work out, get some sunlight, sleep well, eat well, do what you have to do. There's also testosterone supplements that you can actually take, TRT, this type of things. We've actually had a recent sponsor called Turkesterone that basically helps men increase their testosterone. I think at the end of the day, you have a choice to make as a man. Do you want to kind of go down this feminization of men path, or do you want to man up and become the best version of yourself? And the men, only probably 20% of men are actually going to meet us at that point. And you're right.
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
Continue.
I mean, that's essentially the end of the day. And if you just basically want to get feminized in this modern femme-centric society, there's plenty of avenues for you for that. But if you want to listen to the right people and have the right people in your ear and have the right coaches and leaders and mentors around you, it is possible to be a man in today's society.
And this is something that I kind of get hit on a lot because, people always say, oh, Myron, you're really critical of women, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, well, you clearly don't watch the daytime show because I'm even more critical of the men. And what I've said a lot of times is we need to bring bullying back, right? And I know, oh, my God, that's so controversial. The reason why I say that is because bullying is a very natural way of letting you know that you're inadequate with your peers, right? And if
Anybody ever got bullied as a little kid? That's what happened to me. I think I'm like first or second grade. I got bullied, and that changed me. I'm young. The dudes are like 3-4 years older than me. Well, the way it started, we're making some jokes, and then I was making some mama's jokes. And one of them, this dude was hecka big and taller than me. He just grabbed me by my neck and choked me up for like a couple seconds and put me down. I was like, oh shit. Now I'm like first grade or something. And then, just after that changed me right there. I'm like, damn, I'm never going to have nobody come choke me again, man. Hell no. Nobody ever did that again. But I was young, though. That's when you seen that kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm never going to feel that again, man. So anytime when I never had like a lot of fights like that, but I did. But it's not like if someone had a problem, I'd just punch them. Like if it really get that bad. Like if it's I feel like you're threatening me, I'm going to punch you. When I was younger, But yeah, shoot.
they tell you, hey, you're fat, or hey, you're a loser, etc. A lot of the self-improvements that I've made.
That's how I am. I be telling some people like, damn, I see my homie. I've seen one of them. It's a high school homie. When I be seeing him once, I see him at the bowling alley, man, this dude gained hell of weight. I'm like, damn, what happened to my homie? Who ate my homie? And he's like, man, F you, D. I'm like, nah, man. Why? Why'd you eat my homie? It's like, man, he played too much. I'm like, dude, work out, man. You gotta work out. She got me.
Right throughout my adolescence into my adulthood came from people bullying me, and people say, oh, but it's trauma, it's bad. No, you need that. You need to be smacked in the face sometimes and learn you're not good enough right now. You need to become better. And the thing is, now we have a participation trophy society where just by showing up, you're rewarded. And quite frankly, that's not enough. It's not about just showing up. It's about being consistent and showing up every day and doing it correctly. But we live in this world nowadays where people, quite frankly, are soft, right? When I say things like, stop being, I don't want to swear, right? Because we're in the morning. Stop being a pussy, right? They're like, oh, you're misogynistic.
You're toxic, bro.
For real.
Blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
it is like that now.
Men need trauma
man,
to
you a
grow.
bitch.
They need it, right? I've
Why?
always said trauma
Why would
builds
you
men,
say
but it
that?
destroys women. And the
Like, you
reason for
talk
that
like
is because
one.
by the time you're old enough and you want to actually date a woman, etc., she's looking for those battle scars. She's looking for you to have that experience. She's looking for you to have beaten that adversity. She's looking for you to have made yourself into something. The only way you're going to be made into something is by going through something. And, quite frankly, we live in a society now where the guys are just soft. My brother, for example, right? Going back to the college thing that you guys were talking about before. I was at his graduation last week. I had to take a few days off to go up to Connecticut. And Southern Connecticut State University, that's where he graduated from. And during the speech, right, they were talking about being all-inclusive and, this is a happy, harmonious campus and all this other crap. And I'm like, damn, I graduated college, 2013, about 10 years ago out of Northeastern, and they were starting to get woke back then. But now it's on a whole other level. And not only that, college campuses have become more and more expensive, right? When I went to Northeastern, it was around $40K. I think it's probably like closer to $50 to $70K nowadays. So you got all these things working in tandem to, quite frankly, make men weak, right? We have this soft-ass society where we're not telling them that they need to actually go out there and achieve and become somebody. And then we also have the video games, the obesity, the mediocrity being socially accepted. Oh, it's okay. You're fine the way that you are. No, it's fucking not okay.
Hey, man, I agree everything. I just go into 10 right there. That's like the middle right here, okay? So I remember where it's at, 10. Now, if you guys like this, if I get a lot of thumbs up more right here and subscribe, like, and all that good stuff, I'll get the second half now. But this is good right here, man. I agree with everything they're saying right there. I'm telling you, kids don't play that much no more, man. When I see kids playing, I'm like, there we go. Be a little kid, man. Do something. Come on, man. Have fun. Be a kid. But people don't do that no more like that. When I do see them, I'm like, yeah, there we go. Damn, I used to want to get dirty. I want to do something. Remember, I got some new shoes when I'm really young, and then I started playing with it. And my mom used to, don't play with your new shoes. And I played with them, got them all fucked up. My mom was like, damn, I'm never getting new shoes like that or something. I remember that when I'm young, because I still like playing, man. It's just having fun. But that's why all the kids like this thing get more bigger and like fatter. And when I say something, yeah, gotta keep doing something, man. But yeah, all right, like, subscribe, show love, and all that good stuff, man. Come on and give me please thumbs up everything, man, because if I do it, I do the second half. All right, look.